honestly, I ate so many delicious things in Japan. I need to be careful. I can't just eat everything. I wanted to try all the delicious things. So I tried so many things and I'm like, okay, I won't snack so much. On holiday, it's fine, right? But then after 2 weeks, I was like, should I like maybe not always be on holiday rules? Kombugi. Yeah, that's the one I like. My favorite thing I tried in Japan. I had a really, really good Ogura toast. Ogura toast. Which is toast with sweet red bean paste and like butter and whipped cream. That was really good. Oh my goodness. I had some really good mochi. I really, really like red bean. I really like anko. Yeah, vegan whipped cream. Everything I tried. Yeah, I had a red bean paste steamed bun too. So yummy. I love mochi so much. Yeah, I ate a lot of mochi. I told you about zunda that I had last time, which is like, it's green soybean sweet paste of like mashed edamame, and it had like mochi inside as well, which was really, really yummy. I had melon pan, which was delicious. Egg sando. I managed to find vegan versions of them. It's actually some really, really good places. I was so happy. They were so delicious. I miss it. What else did I have? I had some really good cocktails. Natto. We were talking about that just a little bit ago. I want to try natto, but I haven't. I had a really good ramen. Okonomiyaki. I've had okonomiyaki before. I like it a lot. It's very yummy. How is Japan for vegan diet? Pretty good, actually. Pretty good. You just have to travel a bit if you want to get something more interesting, you know? You can find options in a lot of places. Some places, nothing. But then there are actually a lot of like restaurants and cafes and places that do stuff, so it seems hard. Something that gets easier all the time because there's not really anything you can't replace. And everything's kind of like made with alternatives as well nowadays, so it's very easy to do nowadays. Did I visit Akihabara? This is really fun. What did I do? I didn't go to Maid Cafe this time. I've been a few times before though. Did I get my fortune? I did. I got my fortune. Let me go get it. Let me go get it so I can read it to you. It was crazy. I only have a poor translation of it. Luck, medium luck. I got medium luck. Maybe it's okay. I translated it this time and it doesn't say the same thing it did. Oh my gosh, I think it's okay. Okay, so basically I translated it with my phone. Me and my friend were looking at it. And I was like, are you reading what I'm reading? And she was like... It said some people have it and some people don't. Flat chest. It's okay. I was like, what? What the heck kind of fortune is that? You stupid fortune. What does that even mean? That counts as medium luck. Small luck. Oh, I have fine luck, thank you. My luck's fine. I think hers was something like luck on the way, and we were reading it together like, oh, yeah, it's very insightful. And mine was just like, flat chest. No. What happened at the cat train station? Ooh, there was a cute cat. They were sleeping and not allowed to take pictures, but you can take pictures around the station. And there was pretty flowers, and you get your fortune from a little shrine, and people would put all pictures of their cats there. And they had plushies and stuff. I did some pretty cool stuff. I saw the Miku Pokemon concert. Pokimiku. Project Voltage. You don't even know how incredible that was. You don't even know. Like, there's been some clips going around on like on X, on Twitter. Go find a video of it somewhere because, oh my goodness. So it was Miku concert, but with Pokemon. And it was all of the Pokemon Vocaloid songs, right? All the Miku songs, the Pokemon. And the start, Miku rides in on Miraidon, legendary. It was so good, I cried. She rides in on Miraidon, and it looks like they're really there because of the I believe it's hologram, but either way, the way they do the screen, I know they change it sometimes and do it a different way, but I believe it's using hologram at the moment. Either way, it's insanely well done. It looks like Miku's really standing there, and when the Pokemon are flying around and moving around, it looks like they're really there. Yeah, I think it was the hologram one. It was amazing, and there was these other screens as well where the Pokemon would jump up and do like a close up and say hello to the crowd and everything. There was like Mawile dancing, so cute. Rin, Lan, and Miku do a song about Bidoof. There was loads of Bidoof on the stage. So the Bidoof, like, and he comes out, and everyone's like, "Woo!" And it's amazing. And Rin and Lan and Miku are picking up the Bidoof, and they're picking it up, and they put Bidoof on their head, and then they run around and they dance and they sing about how cute, amazing Bip is. And when they go bee 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 bee, they're saying like it's because Bidoof is about to evolve. Because they're pressing B so that he doesn't evolve because they want him to stay as Bidoof. It was basically like this. And then like and they were everywhere and they were running around and it was really cute. It was so good. I went to Pokepark Kanto. Pokepark is the official Pokemon theme park that's opened, and it has rides and it has like a whole town from Pokemon with a Pokemon Center and a Pokemart and all these stands, and everything is themed so amazingly. And there's Pokemon themed food and there's Pokemon statues. They're like the figures, big life size. How would you describe that? Like the big models of all the Pokemon everywhere, and it's incredible. Like the whole town that you walk around has a bunch of them everywhere you look. But then there's also this Pokemon forest that you walk through, and it has Pokemon all throughout it. So when you go in, there's like you go down a route at first, and then there's like Bellsprouts and Nidoran, Pidgeys and Rattata, and then you get to the Pikachu and Eevee forest. Actually, like, you have a path going through the actual forest. Like, there's all trees and stuff everywhere, and plants. These aren't even, like, some of the more interesting ones, but they all have, like, different interactive stuff. Like, these ones are eating some berries. I don't know how they got a picture with only 3 of them in, because there are so many there. They're everywhere. It's incredible. They're all doing all little interesting things. I wish I could project my memories into your brain. Well, this is just some of the Pikachus, but it's a Pikachu and Eevee forest. But this doesn't express how many of these incredibly high quality statues there are with so much love put into them. It's not even just a few, it's like incredible. Some Eevees. And as you walk through, you go to the next area, which has there's a Gengar hiding up in the trees and a Marowak staring out into the sky. And they're all between the trees, so you just look into the distance and you spot Pokemon everywhere. You go down the stairs and then there's a Fearow and a bunch of bird Pokemon on a canopy. You can jump on and take photos and stuff. So there were people on all of them. And it was like all going down the hill together on the Rhyhorn. And then you go in some caves. They had Pokemon themed foods and drinks and stuff. I got a drink with a Poliwag on it, and some Snorlax popcorn. There was a show called Pika Pika Spark. Oh, it was incredible. The show was about Pikachu and fighting Team Rocket and joining forces with some other super cool themed Pikachus, like an idol Pikachu and a cool Pikachu and a tough looking Pikachu, and they team up together. In the audience you have to like charge up the OG Pikachu. You have to like clap and stuff and cheer to like give him energy so he can go bzzz. And I cried the whole time. It was rough. It was rough because I loved it so much. It was so good. I could barely see through my tears. I'm like, it was very good. And there's also a stand where you get Pokeballs with collectible pins inside, and it's all the original like 151 Pokemon in them. And you can get up to 10 Pokeballs. If you get 10, you get a Premier Ball as well. But basically, people would buy these Pokeballs and get random pins, and you can trade them all around the park. But then actually people would make big groups, especially towards the end of the day, and all of the guests would gather around and trade with each other. So you get all of your Pokemon in your hands, or you hold all your Pokeballs and you walk around and everyone's just like showing each other and looking for their favorite Pokemon. It was really, really fun. I traded and I got a Meowth and I got Clefairy, Clefable, I got Gengar. It was really fun. Do they throw them full force at... Do you throw them full force at your friends? The trading thing was amazing. Trading Pokemon like IRL was really fun. What else did I do? I went to Tikal Park. That was amazing. Tikal is that show with those cute characters. Tikal Park has loads of photo opportunities and you get to meet the characters as well. And I got to meet my favorite. I got to meet Momonga. And I was so happy. I did some karaoke. Which was so much fun. I enjoyed it so much. I've done it a few times, but it was very exciting. There was quite a few of us there, so... What was karaoke like? It was very fun. A lot of colourful drinks. We all sang together and it was just banger. We sang some Chapel Roan, some Sabrina Carpenter. I sang some cute songs. I sang Bad Apple, but it was like the extended long version. How long is that even? Extended is 8. I think it was that. Because we're jamming, getting ready. And I came in like 3 times before it actually came in. So I'd go to come in and then it would still be the intro. And it felt like an eternity of me trying to start Bad Apple. And then I'm singing Bad Apple and I just don't stop because it's so long and extended. And everyone's going, yeah! And then eventually I was like, please someone change it. It won't stop! But it was fun. I enjoyed it. It was banger for like the time that felt appropriate to go on. Well, it's hard because you know how much I love singing and I don't wanna hog the microphone. I went to a lot of onsen, like hot spring, like ryokan kind of places. And oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. It was so good because it was not very warm where I was traveling. It was not very warm at all. Cold! So then spending evening relaxing and then going in a nice hot bath. Oh, so good. We'd go really late, so it would just be me and my friend. None of them were too hot. I have been in ones before that was so incredibly hot. There was this one bath. There was a few outdoors. There was this one that had like a shelter over the top of it, like a gazebo kind of thing. There was a lady getting in and she was like doing breathing. She was doing like breathing exercises as she got in. And I was like, oh, why is no one in this one? And I go over and I stick my toes in. And I'm like, ouch! Obviously I didn't say that, but oh, internally. Oh gosh. Oh, it was so hot. I just looked at this woman like, what? It was insane. It was insane. I don't know how she got in there. She may have been the most strongest being I've ever encountered. But yeah, enjoyed it so much. And when you get out, you're all slow because you're so relaxed, and you just shuffle about like, and then get a nice cold drink, and then you're like, I'm gonna fall asleep. So, and you're asleep. How awkward it is at the start. Yeah. It really is awkward in the beginning. It's definitely more awkward at first when you go with friends. Because in general, if you're just with a bunch of strangers and they're very, very used to it, it's fine. Even though it's quite common for people to stare. It can be a little, ooh, but it's fine. But then when you go with friends, at first you're like, oh gosh. But then it's fine. Staring a little awkward, but it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, that's pretty common. If you stand out, then yeah, they'll just kind of stare at you. and that's the same, like, not in onsen as well. Like on trains and walking around, it's like stare. And it's okay. Did you stand out? Yeah. Mama, why is that thing blonde? Yeah, pretty much. Especially if you're in places that are further afield, because I'm not so used to seeing like visitors. Yeah, I did visit an outdoor one in a chilly area. There was the most beautiful snowy mountains and river. So this big river's going through, and the most dramatic, very close as well, not in the distance, like quite close mountain with snow covering. It was so beautiful, and the snow's falling down. Getting out must have been rough. No, because you're so warm at that point. It's so refreshing. It's so refreshing. At first you're like, oh, I'm so cold. And then you're like, I'm way too hot. Yeah, so you're like half in, half out, and you're like, and it's nice. And then you could probably walk around for the next while just fine. Because it warms you to your core. They do have really, really good customer service. I was trying on some shoes and they take off your shoes for you and put the other shoes on. I was going in a changing room and you take your shoes off for that. And I took one shoe off and then the lady comes over and she starts taking off my other shoe for me and I'm like, stop. While traveling around, there was some really cold and snowy places. And it would come out of nowhere. Like, whoa, suddenly snow. Sometimes it was cold. And then it was a little better. More like Tokyo, it was not so cold, so it wasn't so bad. Do you have a favorite place to get plushies? I mostly use Pokemon Center and local Goodwill. Very similarly, Pokemon Center is great. The second-hand stores in Japan are pretty amazing. Like, look off, very good.